Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Dixon, congratulations on your nomination. You have a beautiful family. I'm sorry to see that the youngest isn't continuing to enjoy and entertain the hearing.
Just like many of our members, Senator.
In more ways than one. The question Senator Blumenthal was asking you, I think, are serious questions. The FAA has long been referred to as the gold standard for aviation safety. And I believe the events surrounding the certification and crashes of the 737 MAXs have drawn that reputation into serious question. The Wall Street Journal article from yesterday contains many dismaying reports. It begins by saying an internal FAA review has tentatively determined that senior agency officials didn't participate in or monitor critical safety assessments of a flight control system for Boeing 737 MAX jet later implicated in 2 fatal crashes, according to industry and government officials. It goes on to say the certification process for the 737 MAX, Boeing didn't flag the automated stall prevention feature as a system whose malfunction or failure could cause a catastrophic event. And the article later raises the very simple question, also at issue, is whether agency officials performed any assessment on their own about the system's initial safety classification. That suggests a serious breakdown in the certification process. The Department of Transportation Inspector General has previously raised the concern of agency capture. Do you agree that these reports suggest the possibility of serious breakdown, and what should be done to fix it?
Well, thank you for the question, Senator. And I again, the reporting externally, it's hard to tell exactly when some of these things happen and exactly how they occurred. But I can commit to you that if I'm confirmed, I will be looking into this very specifically, and the review processes, including the Inspector General, including the Special Committee, the Joint Authorities Technical Review, and the Technical Advisory Board, all of that will form the basis of actions, in addition to my own diligence within the agency to make sure that any adjustments are made to the process that need to be made. Again, the highest priority is always going to be safety for the traveling public, whether it's within the U.S. or aviation products around the world. That's going to be my top priority.
I agree with what you said a minute ago about not jumping to conclusions. At the same time, if you are confirmed getting to the FAA, the easiest thing to do will be to do nothing. Bureaucratic inertia is powerful. And the natural instincts of any agency is protect itself, protect the status quo, and admit no wrongdoing. And so what I'm asking you to do, if you're confirmed, is be pissed off that 346 people died. That is not a small matter, 346 lives that were snuffed out. And at least the early evidence suggests that was preventable. And not just those lives that are no longer with us, but millions of Americans, millions of people all across the world get on planes every day, trust their children, strap their children into planes. Billions in commerce travels on the aviation industry. All of that depends upon the confidence of the flying public that the planes they're getting on is safe. So, Mr. Dixon, I would ask you not to give in to the natural bureaucratic reaction that defends what happens, but instead ask seriously and vigorously could we have prevented these crashes, and what can we do to make sure we don't see another one because of agency mistakes or because of the risk of agency capture?
Well, Senator, thank you for that, for raising that issue. Please do not interpret my demeanor as satisfied with this situation, or in any way saying that that any accident is acceptable. It is not. And if I'm confirmed, I promise you I'm going to be the captain of the ship. I'll be a steady hand on the tiller, which I think is what the American public needs. But that doesn't mean that I'm not going to be asking the tough questions and making the changes that need to be made.
And will you commit to this committee to vigorously figure out what the hell went wrong?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Cruz, and let me note that I appreciate Chairman Cruz's leadership on the subcommittee with jurisdiction over this issue, and my thanks goes to him and his subcommittee staff on that. Also,